So our latest stop in our Lorna Park Pride of the Parish series is Sliabh gCua St Mary's, and I'm delighted to be joined by JP Fitzpatrick and Brendan Tobin. And JP, can you bring us right back to the very, very start, March 2020, what you remember about that and what went on in the club here?
Yeah, I suppose it feels like a long time ago now when you look back, but back in March, I suppose we just finished a successful year in the junior hurling. We had a good run in the Munster campaign, and interestingly enough, when we turned around to 2020, we had an intermediate hurling league final to play against the Brickies. So we went back to training in January and prepared for that, and successfully enough we won the league, the intermediate league, in February. So our next goal after that then was to plan for what we had was a 50th year anniversary. So the club was celebrating 50 years in existence since 1969. And ultimately we were all gung-ho getting ready for that celebration. We were also going to present the medals from the county final for both the intermediate and the county final, but 5 days later all hell broke loose, and that's when the whole pandemic kicked in.
Yeah, sure. Like, I think a lot of local GA fans will remember your run to the Munster final, JP, the Munster Junior final. But are the medals still in the boxes at the moment?
They are. It's gas really. They're actually at home in my house. I know we've spoken about it a few times, how we're going to present the medals now. So I'm sure we'll find a time soon to hand them out with the vaccine rollout. But yeah, they're above in the house, and a few of the players have asked me already. So have them safe anyway. They can be assured of that.
Yeah, stuff. And Brendan, turning to yourself, the Sliabh gCua sessions really took off during the summertime and really kept the community going. For people who are not familiar with the concept of it, what are the Sliabh gCua sessions?
Yeah, with Sliabh gCua sessions was we knew here in Turneen that there's plenty of homegrown talent, music, song and dance, and something we tried out was maybe for 1 or 2 weeks to see could we put on a show that we would go to people's houses. Now we wouldn't physically go, but we would set up a link, and it would be Facebook Live, go to the houses, and after the first 2 weeks it was such a success. We had 8 to 10 acts on the first 2 weeks, and I think it was such a success, and there were people crying out for more. It went on for 7 weeks, and I think we had a total of 73 acts in the 7 weeks, which all locals, and on each night we had a special guest. And it's amazing, because even to this day, even though I was in town today, even all along, anytime you meet someone, they ask, well, when are you going to do it again? Or it was a great success, or will you have a concert out of it? And even people at the parish, brought people to the parish together. And it brought what it also did to us was people that were away. They were to see people, and there were people in Australia, New Zealand, America, England, all over the world tuning into it. And even people in the north of Ireland and Dublin that haven't seen their families for so long, they saw family members singing, and it was nice to see all the comments going up, and it was a huge success, absolutely huge success.
Yeah, what sort of acts, Brendan, did you have every Saturday night on Facebook for people to tune into?
Well, we try to vary it. So we usually on each night I think we'd have one dancer, maybe two dancers. We'd have 2 or 3 music groups, and the rest would be singers. With some family groups, great young talent coming through, great young families coming through in the parish playing music. Like some Money and them, they'd be so proud of to see how the musicians and the tradition carrying on in the parish. It was great like that to see the young and the old entertaining the people, and not just the people of Turina. It was people from all over Waterford tuned into it. I think there were some nights there was 2,000 people on at a time. You could see all, and it was unbelievable.
Yeah, JP, that gave the community a great lift. Can you give us an example of some other ways that the club helped out the community over the past year or so?
Yeah, I suppose just before the Sliabh gCua sessions kicked off, we actually went to our local shop in Barry's Cross with Johnny McGrath. We set up a scheme to help and support people in the community. So we got the Facebooks and the social media out there, and I think we had something like 20 people who took up, supporting them in shopping and so forth. So that was wonderful that the J Club were able to come together and connect with the community, particularly around the elderly folks, which was a very frightening period at that time. So it was great, and Johnny was fantastic. He was absolutely brilliant in supporting us. So There was a few other bits and pieces we did. We have the running track in conjunction with the Turnina runners, so it was great to keep that open. It was great for mental health and and well-being. So we kept that updated and maintained so that people could come up here during the shutdown and use the facilities that we have here.
And I believe the drive-in bingo as well locally was a big hit as well, JP. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, that was fantastic. Again, Brendan was the brainchild behind that, and that was this Sliabh gCua Sports Centre, and the committee there kicked that off. A wonderful initiative. Again, it was kind of a follow-on from between the sessions and whatnot, and I think they're having another one. I think next Sunday night, so we'll put in the little punt there to get people there next Sunday evening, I should say, at 3:00. So. That was fantastic. People really, really enjoy that. They love going there, bringing the cars, beating the horns. You know what I mean? It's a novel idea. I think that's what the pandemic has brought out, novel ideas, and it's brilliant that that the club and the community centre and the running club that are doing that for the community here. So it's wonderful.
Yeah, Brendan, are you expecting plenty of cars to be back at the bingo now on Sunday?
Oh, look, please God, there is plenty of support out there for the driving bingo, and you know what? They really love it. It's great. 2 hours or 2.5 hours of passes very quickly. Again, we get great support, not just from the parish, but all over the whole county. The people came from Waterford, Portlaw, Errickland, all different parts of South or East Cork and West Waterford, East Waterford, and we're hoping Sunday again that if we get 60 or 70 cars, and hopefully we'll have I think Sunday they're giving 22 degrees sunshine, so I hope to turn into the cones, not to Clonaidan go.
And Brendan, the turn matters on the field. Sliabh gCua in intermediate hurling and intermediate football this year. What targets do the club have now for the year ahead?
Well, the targets are, I suppose, Tomas, go win your first game. It's one game at a time, and that's the way it's. You have a group of 4 now in the hurling. We're in with a group of 4 with 3 games. Definitely our main aim is to qualify, but you have to go win your first game in hurling and football, and that's anybody's target. With the new laws passed at Congress last year, the intermediate hurling championship will come down to 16 teams in 2023. So possibly, I know it's not going to happen this year. Possibly next year, you'll have maybe 2 or 3 teams relegated in intermediate, or else you'll have Premier Intermediate. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. So it's going to be very competitive this year to stay up there, and that's that's definitely the most important thing for the club, that we will stay in intermediate in both hurling and football. And I've no doubt we will. Like last year, after being just up out of junior, I know there was no relegation, but we were safe after our first match. We did stay up. If there would have been, we would have stayed up anyway if there would have been relegation. So the lads are back training here, and they're putting in a phenomenal effort. And that's one thing about any of them lads. When they put on that same Sliabh gCua jersey, they'll give it all.
Absolutely. And JP, we saw you between the posts during that run to the Munster Junior hurling final. Can we expect you to see you between the white lines in 2021?
I don't think so, Tomas. I think this pandemic break has caused a few aches and pains in the body. So no, we've a very good young goalkeeper now, Garrod Hallahan. He performed last year, and he was one of our star players last year. And not alone Garrod, there was a couple of other young lads on the team, and it's great to have that youth. That's what keeps the club young and vibrant. So looking forward